Hi, welcome to Math 76, Lesson 108. In this lesson, we're going to talk about transformations. Now, looking at the triangles, the two figures are congruent. Figures are congruent if one figure has the same dimensions as the other figure. One way to tell if two figures are congruent is to position one figure on top of the other figure. The two triangles are congruent triangles, and they can be moved on top of so this triangle can be moved on top of this triangle. Now we're going to use transformations to move the triangle. And I'm just going to physically move the triangles to show these to you. One transformation is called a rotation. Now, we would do a 90-degree rotation, taking it from this to this. And that is a rotation. The second transformation that we would do is called a translation. A translation is sliding a figure in one direction without turning the figure. So you leave the figure exactly where it is and you slide it. You could slide it up, across, or down. Of course, we're going to slide this across. So they were positioned right next to each other. And then the third transformation that we would do is called a reflection. Reflection is basically like a mirror image. It's flipping a figure over a certain line. So with this, we would now take it and we will flip it. So we're going to take it from here and flip it over to here. So we have taken the figure, and through three transformations, we have moved the figure, and we can now see that the triangles were in fact congruent. Again, those three transformations are rotation. Rotation is turning a figure about a certain point. Translation was the second one that we did. That is sliding a figure in one direction without turning the figure. And then reflection. Reflecting a figure as in a mirror or flipping a figure over a certain line. Now, let's just take a second to review those. If I have this triangle here and I flip it over to here, what is that called? That is called reflection. I reflected it across a line, just basically flipping it to its mirror image. If I have the triangle here and I slide it over to here, what is that called? That is translation. Now, if I take this figure and I rotate it, so let me see if I can do this. I would leave the point here and just rotate it down to here. That is called rotation. Now, if I have this figure and I do this with it, I have done two transformations. What two transformations did I do? I did a translation and a reflection. Now let's try this way. I have the figure here. I will do that, and then I do that with it. What have I done with the figure or the triangle? I first did a rotation and a reflection. So we've talked today about three types of transformations. And I'd like you to practice with those. You could actually cut out triangles yourself. It does give you an activity in lesson 108 if you'd like to do this. activity, you can follow it. But just remember, the 3 transformations we've talked about are rotation, translation, and reflection.